So good morning everyone. I am Alina Jamuda and the strategy na i-discuss ko sa inyo is the role play strategy. Okay, so before I'm going to discuss the role play, I want, sino yung may alam yung story na ang pagong at ang matching? Yung fables na ang pagong at saka at matching. Kahit na 2 lines lang. I mean, kahit na 1 scene lang. Short scene.
Si Junet. At saka si Honey. Si Renan Kimar.
Ano yung manizawan? Sungit.
Si Ana.
Nata.
Okay.
Si Bangaraman.
Adi, si Mamundaya. Mamundaya and Madam.
Sa story pagong.
Ini pakalatan naman na story.
Pito na kasi
So, ino-road niya yung story na ang pagungan at ang matching. Kahit na short lang siya na scene.
Saan ba yung makakakuha ng pagkain?
Tumingin sa daan.
Ay!
Sige, paano lang nakahati? Isa lang eh. Akin na lang.
Pero, paano ako?
Anak ka na sa iyo.
Hatiin na lang natin. Sa'yo
Sa
yung...
akin yung bunga, sa'yo yung pugad.
Pero hatiin sa'yo.
Yan kita ng maliit. Ay, ganito.
Sige, akin na lang yung maliit.
Sige, go. Wow. Tia, Miss Redia, ano yung naiintindihan mo sa inakap?
Ang naiintindihan ko is yung pagkakati ng saging. Dapat ay
Ano, fair ba yung pagkakahati nila sa saging? May fairness ba nangyari?
in terms of size na uway, kasi na na half sa equally. Pero in terms of beneficial na talagang mauna sa pagungkas inyong kanyan.
Okay, thank you. So, first, for the learning outcomes, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to define what role play as a teaching and learning strategy, appreciate the importance of role play in making learning more engaging and meaningful, and lastly, list the steps involved in conducting a role play activity in the classroom. Okay, so what is role play as a teaching strategy? Role play is a teaching and learning strategy where students act out specific roles or real-life situations related to the lesson. So, ang isa sa example nito is yung ginawa natin before na role playing about with the cast of Amontillado, wherein, diba by group tayo. And with that, pinapili tayo kung ano yung scene na gusto natin i-act out. And yung purpose nun is para mas maintindihan pa natin kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng story. Kasi diba, sinabi ni ma'am na may mga words doon sa takas ko Amontillado na malalim yung hindi natin masyado naintindihan. So, through acting na ginawa natin, mas naintindihan natin mismo kung ano yung meaning ng story that based sa mga roles na naka-assign sa atin. So, ang purpose ng role play strategy is to help learners apply their knowledge in realistic contexts, develop communication and social skills, and deepen understanding through experience. So, kung napansin nyo, nung nag-role play tayo, sa part namin ni Miss Bangaraman, yun na, i-apply namin yung knowledge ko ano yung pagkakaintindi namin sa scene na pinili namin, nagkaroon kami ng ad-lib. So, nag-add kami ng mga konting lines, pero ano naman siya, connected siya sa anong ibig sabihin ng scene na napili namin. So, with that, yun nga, yung purpose nun is, mas naintindihan namin ni Miss Pakaraman yung ibig sabihin ng story kasi nakapag-add kami. So, nakapag-dagdag kami ng another information na related doon sa scene na pinili namin. So, sa role play, itong role play by educational context. So, in education, yung role play is used to, yun nga, simulate real-life scenarios connected to the lesson. When you say simulate, yun yung ginaya natin kung ano yung, nasa scene. And second one, encourage active participation and critical thinking. So, nagkaroon kami ng critical thinking ni Miss Pakalaman that time nung nag-act out kami. Kasi, yun nga, di-research pa talaga namin kung ano yung mga words na hindi namin naintindihan sa story para mas maintindihan talaga namin before namin i-act out. Alam na namin talaga kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng story. And then develop communication, empathy, and decision-making skills. And bridge theory and practice, making learning more meaningful and engaging. So, mas naging engaging siya sa part namin ni Miss Pakaraman na nagkapunan kami ng lines, nagkaroon kami ng ad-lib. So, yun. And then, so these are the two theories that is, theoretical basis sa role play. First, we have the cognitive development theory by Jean Piaget. So, role play supports symbolic thinking and logical reasoning as learners represent real-life situation. So, dito, Piaget believe na mas natututo yung mga bata kapag na-experience nila mismo yung situation. And then, sa social constructivism theory by Lev Vygotsky, learning occurs through interaction. Role-playing fosters collaborative learning within the ZPD, the zone of proximal development, where students learn from peers and the teacher. So dito sa ZPD, the zone of proximal development, yung teacher at saka yung classmates yung magsaserve as the more knowledgeable others, yung MTO, and then ako mismo na, for instance, ako yung student na kailangan, for me to know better what is the meaning of the story, mas nakakuha ako ng information by the help of my groups and by the help of the teacher. So, sa historical background ng role play, yung concept na role play ay origin siya sa ancient times when people use drama and imitation as forms of learning expression and storytelling. So the modern development of role play as a teaching strategy began in the early 20th century through the work of Jacob L. Moreno, a Romanian and American psychiatrist. So, na-develop niya yung tinatawag na psychodrama, wherein dito yung participants acting out real-life situation to explore emotions, solve problems, and understand different perspectives. So, yun na gaya ng nasabi, ay real-life, without the rest. Yun nga, para mas maintindihan natin kung ano yung mga emotions ng mga story na gagawa natin ng simulation or role-playing, katulad ng The Cask of Amontillado. So, doon, kapag tayo mismo yung nasa situation na yon, mas naiintindihan natin kung ano yung gustong ipahiwatig, ano yung meaning ng mga lines na binabato ng mga character sa story. And then, yung formal na paggamit ng role-play ay nagsimula noong 1930s to 1940s through the work of Jacob L. Montero, yung tinatawag na psychodrama. And then, noong example of a lesson applicable sa strategy na role playing. So yung subject is English sa ano is grade 6 and the topic is making requests and giving permission. So yung activity dito, yung students, yung mga grade 6 will act out short dialogues where they ask for permission or make polite requests. For example, asking to borrow a pencil or asking to go to the library. So dito, ipapa-act out ng teacher kahit na 3 to 4 lines lang sa mga bata para malaman nila kung ano yung proper way on how to make requests or giving permissions. Halimbawa dito is paano ka mag-ask to go to the library politely. So you can, for example, can I go to the library please? So dagdagan mo siya ng please para polite yung pag-ask mo. So with this, yung bata, dahil na pina-act out sa kanya ng student, yung natutunan niya doon is pwede niya i-apply sa real life situation na possible na sa mga susunod pa na mga days na pwede niya ma-apply yung natutunan niya. Okay, so role play used through these following steps. So ito yung steps sa pagtanggap ng role play as a strategy. So first, of course, introduce mo kung ano yung lesson and present the scenario. Introduce mo muna yung lesson para pag magkaroon na kayo ng idea kung ano yung lesson na i-act, and then sa assigning roles, alam niyo na kung ano yung role na bagay kayo. So hindi kayo mahihirapan. And then third, allow time to prepare yung namin preparation before magkakaroon ng role play activity. And then facilitate the role play. So yung mag-facilitate dito is yung teacher itself. And then make a reflection or discussion. So yung sa role play na ginawa natin, after natin siyang i-knock out, so nagkaroon tayo ng reflection kung ano yung natutunan natin sa story na yun. And lastly, assess students based on participation, understanding, and performance. So yung teacher, i-assess yung performance ng bata kung naintindihan niya nga ba yung story or yung topic based sa kung ano yung